Alright, you guys. I wasn't really sure if I was going to talk about this. Really, I wasn't. But now that it's become clear to me, I will talk about this right now. These past few days, I've really taken some time to play and watch a lot of different things. Right? As you can tell by the different posts that I've done. But this is something that I'm seeing in nowadays mobile games, and it's being pushed more. It's people are doing it more. It's becoming used to. Now, as a person who follows many different series, who learns about the different series of games out there, for example, King of Fighters, I've been playing it a lot, and this is something that I just want to talk about. The gacha game mechanic of microtransactions, right? Ones like Honkai Impact and the various different ones out there. But it's not just that game alone. It's many others. Illusion Connect, King of Fighters All Stars, and even the Pokemon game that I've loved, Pokemon Masters. I gave it a great rating. I gave it almost a 5. I actually liked that game because of the nostalgia that it had towards the DS games and towards the Game Boy and the other versions. But the subject today is not about that. It's about King of Fighters All Stars. King of Fighters All Stars is the great epitome of what a great game what was to be and what it could have been. Because this game started off great. I first started as a new player. I started getting new units. I started getting used to the different characters. Interesting voice acting in the game. I actually liked. Until having to been ranked up and getting stronger with my different units. I started noticing something was being lost from me. As I was getting higher and higher, something was decreasing. And I wonder what that is. Right, the currency. The things that allow you to do the summons. Those are being limited to me just because I'm becoming a returning player. This is the thing that I'm talking about. This is the same mechanic that's being used and used and used again. It's using Genshin Impact. It's using all the different various mobile games. And the ones that are good don't have this. So let me make this clear. Ever since the collaboration with the Seven Deadly Sins anime, ever since that has ever happened, the game has gone to hell. And the creators, obviously, who have made the Seven Deadly Sins mobile game, they have kind of a history of doing this as well. It's mostly within the Seven Deadly Sins game as well. The fact that within the Seven Deadly Sins game, you have to use the currency you use to do summons for costumes. Does that math even make sense? Even when I was playing the game and I was looking at it, I couldn't even believe. And for them, this is a great chance for microtransactions. In my eyes, I'm sitting there in confusion. Now, as a fan of Seven Deadly Sins and as a fan of King of Fighters series and the various other series out there, maybe mobile games are getting worse. Maybe they are. It's only ones like Sonic CD or the ones that actually use the characters in the right way. Those are getting better. Because they're bringing the ones that we're used to onto the mobile format. So I'm really not sure what's happening. But I'll say this though, in my opinion, mobile games are great, although they're getting worse. And with this said, we also need to change the system of behavior. Because if you really think about it, this method of using famous characters, putting prices on them, and making people pay for them, this is kind of something that makes you not like the character of this game anymore. It like when playing these games, I just feel limited. I don't feel like I'm the player here. And I use this kind of talking style. I use it a lot. I always say when playing a game I want to be the player. Like near Automata. You can control the various different characters and you can feel like the player. It's something that I talk about. You want to be in control, you want to be able to customize, you want to be able to do things and not feel limited. You don't want a game with too many DLCs like Dead or Alive. You don't want too many things to be put here. You want to feel in control. And this is something that I really feel like I had to talk about because this is kind of getting out of hand. Taking characters, putting prices on them, and making people pay for them is not right, honestly. Although many people will probably see this video, they probably wouldn't really care. But to those who really do, for those who want